pretty big deal. She wasn't making copies of those custom sessions. So Sam rolls in, she gives him the copy, he puts it on the player. I'm sorry to tell the Elvis fans in here, Sam did not like that recording. You have to remember, he opened up a studio to record the blues, and that is not the blues. So it took an entire year before we really heard from Elvis again. And then about a year later, Sam realized that he did need a house band, a group of guys that just played on a lot of the sessions, and then also maybe promote a group a little bit more as well. He knew for sure he wanted a local guitarist here in town named Scotty Moore in this band, and he thought most likely he would want another man who played upright bass in town. His name is Bill Black, but he didn't know how many people should be in the band or who else. Sam was just on the phone with Scotty, having a conversation about it. Marion overhears him, and she yells into the control room, "Well, hey, what about that cute kid with the sideburns?" And he says, "Okay, we are doing tryouts, so if you still have his number, you can call him up." So Marion, she said, this is her quote, that she called Elvis, and he was at the front door before she could even hang up the phone. So we're going to stop the story up here, and we're going to take it to the exact spot where all this happened. Just that first time, all three of them were in there just kind of hanging out and jamming out. But before we head down, really quick, I do want to tell y'all about this booth. And if you guys don't mind, I need to get on the other side. I got to plug this back in real quick. Thank y'all. Alright, so if y'all could just put that story on hold, and I'm going to pick up downstairs in the exact spot in that story. What this is the original DJ booth of a famous DJ that was in Memphis in the 50s. His name is Dewey Phillips, and him and Sam were not related. They were really good friends, but they just happen to have the same last name. This is Dewey right here, and then some pictures of him over there as well. So Dewey was the first DJ to play Elvis on the radio, and he was also one of the very first DJs to play white and black music on the same station. He had a show here in town. It was called Red, Hot, and Blue. And it was broadcasted off of Main Street downtown from a hotel. It's called the Hotel Chiska. So the Chiska became abandoned in the late 80s, and it stayed that way until 2013. And then that year they decided they were going to turn the entire building into condos. So myself and a couple other guys that used to work here, we just called up the contractor and we asked, "What are you about to do with the things you're going to be bashing up?" They weren't very concerned with it, so we convinced them to give us the keys, and we went in and we got all of Dewey's original tiles and his door and the trim and the windows and the ceiling, and we recreated the booth up here how it looked when Elvis was first played on the radio. People do get a little confused sometimes with the equipment. We got just the construction of the room. Nothing was just sitting in there during the time it was abandoned, so we just got doors and walls and ceiling and windows, that type of thing. The doors on the side right here are the original lobby doors for the radio station. WHBQ were the call letters for the station that Dewey was on, and this marble right here was also in the lobby. We got that as well. We did ask Dewey's family if they had anything they could donate to us while we were doing this, and all they gave us were the girls, were all actually his, so we had to put them up for him. And then everybody asks, why are the records broken on the ground? So the reason for that, Dewey was one of your very first, you call him a shock jock, where he just talks really fast, and he's really extreme on the air. And if he didn't like your song, in the middle of the song, he would pull it off the turntable, and he would bash it over the microphone, and he would call it a smash hit. It wasn't a hit, but we wanted to recreate it for you guys. So, okay, I'm done talking upstairs, and if you're ready, you can just follow me, but if you need